Hey YouTube, Rook here from Rook Geek Goodness, my little channel on the web for all things geeky and cool. And this video, guys, is going to be another Funko review. That's right, I haven't did a Funko review for a few weeks now. I look back at my catalog and I didn't do a full Funko review in a few weeks. And I'm like, that's not like me. I need to fix that. But one thing I'm going to try to fix, and I want your guys' opinion, definitely in the comment section. Let me know what you think of this video review of this Funko item. I'm going to change the format just a tiny bit. I'm going to tweak it a little bit compared to what I normally do in my breakdown segment. I want you to let me know completely honestly what you think of this video. So let's actually get into it. What are we taking a look at? We've talked about him. I got him on a toy hunt. We're looking at the 80th anniversary Dawnbreaker Batman. This is an awesome Funko Pop. Something I was very much looking forward to get my hands on. I found it in the wild, found it on a toy hunt. I showcased it on the stream, and I'm very, very happy to get this guy into my collection. Now, a little bit of backstory of Dawnbreaker in case you're out of the loop, you don't know anything about this character. Kind of, I'll give you like the Cliff Notes version of not a full rundown, but just enough so you can kind of understand what's going on. In 2018, I believe 2017 into 2018, they made a long series of books. It was, I think, a 7-issue miniseries, limited series, of something called the Dark Universe, the Metal series. The idea was to take Bruce Wayne and put him as a replacement member for every member of the Justice League. So you had a Justice League character, let's take Superman, for example. They replaced him with another character as an evil version of this dark multiverse. That was the whole idea. So each character of Bruce Wayne became a new version of a Justice League character. For the character of Red Death was a replacement for Flash. Again, Bruce Wayne, but he got the Speed Force. They had a character called the Drowned, which was a female version of Bruce Wayne replacing Aquaman. That was the take of that character, and they did the same thing with Dawnbreaker Batman. Well, he got his power ring, he got his powers basically the same way that Batman was created, kind of the antithesis of Batman, the jumpstart, the effect for Batman, which was the murder of his parents in Crime Alley. His parents did get killed in Crime Alley in the Dark Multiverse, but instead of him, he was crying and went to a complete rage. And the weird thing is, a power ring came from space and was called to Bruce Wayne. The ring went on his finger, and he literally hacked the ring. He changed how the ring worked, and he was able to kill with it. That's one of the sort of stopping blocks with a power ring, unless it was the Sinestro Corps War where you could not use lethal force. The power rings will not allow you to kill anyone. That's the kind of only real limitation with a power ring. It's only limited by the wielder's imagination. Bruce Wayne was able to hack the power ring to do different things with the ring. For example, he was able to make dark constructs who absorbed light. He made sort of their monstrous effects with these constructs. They were able to absorb all light into the area. So it was a completely different take of how a power ring would work. So imagine the tactfulness of a Bruce Wayne with this sort of power ring where you can just make darkness around him whenever he wanted, so he attacked through the night. He does have the weird pipes that are coming out of his neck. I want to talk about that on this figure when we go into the breakdown. But first thing, before we start the breakdown, it's kind of a rundown of the Bruce Wayne character. One thing they did also is they made a one-shot book for each one of the Justice League characters or the Bruce Wayne characters leading up into that 7-issue miniseries. That was the idea. So you had a book called Dawnbreaker, you had a book called The Drowned, you had a book called Red Death. So you had 7 books. So you kind of got a backstory of what this character was going into the Metal series, into the Dark Metal Knight series. That was what it was called. It was called Metal, or Dark Knights of Metal. That was the full title of it. So it ran for about 7 issues. A very, very weird storyline. It took place and took a lot of other ongoing storylines and kind of planted seeds from those storylines that kind of germinated in this story. So that's sort of the kind of the backstory of the Dark Knights Metal. So first thing I want to do is look at the packaging here. Normally I'll go into a breakdown. I'm going to kind of change it up a little bit. I want to put picture in picture so you can see the packaging. This is the front of the packaging of the Dawnbreaker Batman. And the packaging looks completely different than we normally are used to or accustomed to for Funko. It's usually a brighter color. This is more of a dark color with this kind of gold inlay around the packaging. We have the Dawnbreaker figure in the front here. You have a nice shot of the face. You have the Pop Heroes, which is weird because he's not really a hero, he's a villain. But then you have number 253 over there, and you have the Batman, the old school Batman logo right there, which is kind of odd. That's the Michael Keaton Batman logo. So I don't know why they went with that particular logo. Kind of different. You have the Hot Topic logo right here, the sticker, and the really important thing was the 80th anniversary sticker right there, which is why they made this pop look the way it does, was to celebrate Batman's 80th anniversary. On this side right here, we have a nice shot of him, again with the gold inlay around the sides here. You have it at the bottom right there, and you have a shot, I believe, right there, yeah, of the Batman 80th anniversary. On this side over here, more gold text, which is right here, and it has Dawnbreaker Batman, nice side profile shot, pop, heroes at the top. And the back of the packaging looks really, really cool because you have a shot of him right here, the 80th anniversary, which looks like his Batman of the, I can't remember his first appearance off the top of my head, I do apologize, but that's what they're going with, the first appearance of Batman right there. I think it's Detective, I want to say it was Detective 26, but I probably got the number wrong. I can't remember off the top of my head the first appearance of Batman. I do apologize, but that's the packaging for Dawnbreaker Batman. Let's go to the table, take this guy to packaging, and continue the breakdown segment. Alright guys, we're in a breakdown segment with the Dawnbreaker Batman figure out of packaging. And the very first thing we always look at is the paint and presentation. This figure looks really good. However, one thing right out the gate, I noticed it on my camera, the color of the green, at least coming across on the camera, doesn't look like the figure you see in front of you. The color in front of me, I'm seeing is a darker green Batman. This looks like a sort of a lime green or an almost neon colored yellow, greenish color Batman. It's not that yellowish green, it's more of a dark, drab green in color. It might come across that way on film when I go back and post and edit this, but it doesn't look like that way when I'm looking into the camera right now. Now, this is a really cool Funko Pop. I'm very, very happy that DC and Funko decided to build this figure. It looks very, very cool. Of course, this is Batman in his sort of Green Lantern-esque costume. We can see the Green Lantern logo right there with the Batman logo sort of emblazoned between the two, sort of an amalgam of both Green Lantern and Batman. Looks very, very cool. It's sort of black and green through the entire figure. You will notice a little scuff right here. I think it's on this eye right here. This is the eye I'm talking about. A little scuff on this eye. It's a paint splotch, so it's a quality control issue. But he looks really, really good. If you look over his hand here, he does have a power ring. The power ring, I wish it would have had a little more detail instead of a blotch of paint. I can understand not having it sculpted, but having a little yellowish green blob of paint, really, they should have done a little more attention to detail there. Now, this figure is really cool look. As I mentioned, it's green and black throughout the entire figure. Now, one thing to take away from this figure, which is sort of mimicking how he is in the comic, in the Dawnbreaker comic, are these tubes right here. These tubes that connect from the cowl to his shoulders. Now, I can't remember in the original comic, for the Dawnbreaker #1 comic, were the tubes really connected to the shoulders themselves, or were they further back and it connected to the back of the cowl? They might have been to the shoulders, but I think they might have been a little further back, like from this point to this point. So like here, because doing it in this configuration limits the articulation. There is no articulation because these tubes get in the way and they do not flex. So you cannot turn the head really well here. So that is a misstep in my honest opinion for Funko. They should have allowed some movement here. But all things considered, this is a very, very cool Funko Pop. I love the paint. I love the design. The decor looks really, really good. The packaging as well looks really, really cool. Kind of showcase that a little bit more for you. Hot Topic Pop, I talked about it right there. I talked about it a second ago, and the 80th anniversary. But Batman himself here, Dawnbreaker, is a really, really cool Funko Pop. I highly recommend picking this pop up for your collection. And with that being said, let's go to final thoughts and wrap up this video. Alright guys, final thoughts on the 80th anniversary Funko Batman Dawnbreaker figure. And of course, this is a Hot Topic exclusive. It's a milestone figure for both DC and Funko with this new packaging, new design for the box. Looks really, really good. Now, you have to ask yourself basically two questions. One, are you a Batman fan? Two, are you a Green Lantern fan? If you answer yes to either one of those questions, this is an absolute buy in my honest opinion. The character was extremely cool and created in 2017 to 2018. Bruce Wayne getting a power ring, hacking how it works, making it dark constructs, a completely different take of how a power ring would work. You can kill with it. Different approach for this character. I hope to do more with Dawnbreaker, maybe in prequels, maybe other issues down the line. I think he's a really cool figure, really neat idea coming out of DC's camp here. Now, the only big negative takeaway I have to say about the figure, talk about all the goods, we got to talk about the bads also, are the tubes. I mentioned in the breakdown segment, these pipes, these tubes that attach from the shoulder to the cowl, which basically attach from here to the shoulder. So you have here to here. It locks the head in place. You can't turn the head. I think this is sort of a misstep for Funko. They could have probably retooled this and put it to the back of the cowl here. Maybe they couldn't do it because of the insert packaging. That might have been why they couldn't do it that way. I think that's a misstep. Having the lack of articulation is sort of bad. We're used to that coming out of Marvel and Star Wars pops, but having it for a DC pop, really in this day and age, is unexcusable. They shouldn't have that happen. They probably could have retooled it in such a way to at least give a little bit of articulation. But that's the main issue I have with the pop, and of course that little quality control paint on the eye right there was the only other issue I really see. But I highly recommend this pop. I think it's a really cool pop to get. Again, it's the 80th anniversary of Batman, has that little sticker on the side, it's a Hot Topic exclusive. Let me know what you think of this new format, kind of a little change, working to tweak the breakdown segment and final thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I haven't talked about a whole lot, but right over here is my P.O. Box. If you want to send anything to me, you can always send a fan art, any correspondence. If you want to showcase anything on the channel, I will do it. I'll showcase it on a stream if you want me to. And I hope you liked this video review. Remember to click that like button. Always click subscribe with the picture of my face when you see that button. And when you subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon to be notified of my latest videos. And of course, last but not least, you can click Windows over here to watch more of my content. Take care, guys. I'll see you next video. And bye-bye.